Hi, I'm Dr. Bob Rausch at EnergyDrivenLeader.com, where we only work with the brightest and the best, those leaders who have a desire to grow personally, who want to develop strong teams, and also have that wonderful work-life balance. We've been talking about discipline in these videos, and we've gone through 5 stages of discipline: communication, concern, coaching, consequences, and celebration. Hopefully we'll get to celebration a little bit, but let's talk about the process of coaching in this video. I'm going to share with you something that took me thousands of hours to learn. And it's not that I'm so much of a slow learner, which you might think, but the fact that when I started in counseling and coaching, I felt tremendous responsibility to get people to some place rather than for them taking responsibility for themselves. So I tell everyone now, you are responsible to someone. You are not responsible for someone when you're coaching them. So let's talk about what are the questions that you ask to get a coaching process started. Well, the first thing is, and this would be the very first meeting, what's the situation that you're facing and what are the objectives that you want to address? Make sure they answer that question and they take responsibility. Don't tell them what they need to be doing. Let them tell you what they want to do and want to accomplish. The second thing is, what have you done so far to change it, to fix it, to improve, to make this better? So again, you're only asking questions to draw from them their responsibility. The third thing is, what struggles have you faced trying to change it? And a little bit of compassion here. I mean, everybody struggles when they try to change, but what are the struggles that you have encountered trying to change this? And the fourth thing is, how will you know the objectives that you're working on or those goals are being accomplished? So be very clear in that first meeting. They take notes. They talk. You ask questions. And I wouldn't make that meeting last more than 30 minutes. Don't have these long, drawn-out coaching meetings. 20 minutes, 15 minutes is plenty to do the kind of coaching that we're talking about. Then when you start into subsequent coaching meetings, let me give you some steps that you can take when you start a coaching meeting. If they've set up their objectives, they come back for the second meeting. The first step is this. Begin with something easy. Set the rapport. How's your week been? You know, you told me your son was going to play in that baseball game. How did he do? But set the rapport. Establish that rapport as quickly as you can. And the second thing is to then review those objectives that individual set up for himself or herself. Make sure they're clear. Make sure they're the same objectives that they talked about in the first meeting as well. And the third thing is, check on the progress. So how did you do? What did you come up against? What were the struggles? When did you find that you could achieve that particular objective? But all questions, and then establish new objectives based on what they're saying. If they ran into a struggle, then ask them, what objective can you set up to deal with that particular struggle? Now, you don't want to get them off the target, but you want to help them take responsibility for themselves. And then set deadlines. Always set a deadline. So we're going to meet next Wednesday at 11 o'clock from 11 to 11:20, and you will have this accomplished. Is that correct? So that you set a deadline for everything that they do, and then in the meeting with something that's positive. Give them something that they can walk away with. Say, look, I know this is difficult, but you're really putting the energy behind this. Now, the final thing I want to share in this video is, at what point do you stop coaching? Well, three things that you would stop coaching for. First, they're obviously finished. They achieved what they came to achieve. The second thing is really very important, and that is that if the individual is just flaking on you, they're just not taking responsibility, and the coach is the one who ends that engagement. And I have ended many engagements because the person who is being coached would not take responsibility. And of course, the third thing is if you're just frustrated with an individual or you don't like them. I mean, if you don't like someone, you're not going to be a good coach for that person. So find somebody else that can coach them. But those are the three things that stop coaching. Now, if you would like information on all of this coaching fundamentals, you may email me at drbob@energydrivenleader.com.